I'm hoping all these zinnias reseed themselves right here. I've not been able to pick a bouquet, but I hope they all reseed themselves. Because I like it here. I do have irises. Hopefully they won't overrun the irises. This is where one or two of my little dwarfs is. That I planted, which I'm planning on moving later. Moving to a different spot. I don't know where, but thought I'd let you look at my zinnias, what they look like, at least the ones by the greenhouse. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is LouAnn and welcome to my kitchen. Mom did come home yesterday, August the 7th. I didn't really want her to go home because 3 of her labs were abnormal, but they sent her home anyway. She's not very steady on her feet. At least yesterday she wasn't. She almost fell twice. She don't need to fall. And no, there is no home health care coming in at this time. Maybe I may check into that. I don't know. We'll have to wait until we do the biopsy. She's 2 weeks out before that happens. So some of these videos and photos were taken yesterday. Well, not very much was taken yesterday. And one video was, and I do have some photos I will add that I took today. So this will be August 7th and 8th Vlogust. Keep calling it Vlogmas. Anyway, it's Vlogust. So I just thought I'd give you a little update that she's home right now. We're 2 weeks before the biopsy is done. And that's about it. That's all I have to say. So that is it. So see you later. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So bye. So the recipe I'm going to add to this vlog is out of here, and it will be with my back of label recipe. I know it's not Tuesday, but it's been a crazy week. Anyway, so this will be the corn pepper fritters that I'm making out of this book, and this book was published in 1979. And the recipe I'm making was on the back of, in a Planters peanut oil ad. I'm not using Planters peanut oil because one thing, it's expensive. And another thing is you got to use what you got, right? So let's turn around and let me show you how to make the corn pepper fritters. So I have 1 egg in the bowl, and it says to beat the egg in a large bowl. Stir in the milk, a half a cup of milk, so I'm doing that. Then we're going to stir in an undrained can of sweet corn. It's supposed to be corn and with several peppers, sweet peppers, but I am going to do the corn undrained, and I'm going to drain a can of the mild chili peppers and add that to there. And we're going to add 1 tablespoon of oil to this as well. Hold on, let me get these open. So we got our milk in here, we got our egg. I'm going to add the can of undrained corn to this. And then, since this corn doesn't have the sweet peppers, I'm going to add a can of the chili peppers, the chopped green chilies. I tried to drain it a little bit, but it didn't work very well. So we need to stir that in along with a tablespoon of oil. Peanut oil, if you have it. I do not have peanut oil. I'm just going to use regular old veggie oil. That's what I have. Use what you got. Add that. Stir that in there. And then we will be adding a teaspoon of salt. So I've added my corn undrained can of chili peppers in here. And now I'm going to add about, and I added some oil to that. Now I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. And it calls for a dash of pepper, which there is some little bit of pepper in there. And where did my pepper grinder go? Okay, I'm going to add a dash of pepper. Then I will be adding a cup and a half of flour and a tablespoon of baking powder, which I could get the baking powder right now. I'll try to figure out what in the heck happened to my pepper. So a tablespoon of baking powder, and then I'm going to add a cup and a half of unsifted flour to this. So hang on. Need to stir all the flour and the baking powder in here. Then we will, and the salt and pepper. I did find my pepper. Then we will be going over to the stove and dropping this by tablespoonsful into deep, hot, shallow oil, which I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use baking grease, because that was the last thing I had. And like I said, use what you got. You may need to add a little bit of more flour to this because of the extra in the peppers. I'm going to add an extra cup of flour just because. I'm going to get this stirred in, and I'll be right back when we go over there to the stove. So I'm melting my grease, baking fat. It says to use Planters peanut oil. I'm not doing that. I don't have that, like I said. So just drop it by tablespoonful. And I may have this tonight or tomorrow. Fix it for hubby, because there is a lot. I probably should have divided this batter, because it's only me and hubby. So raise that up a little bit. And of course, this all should have been at 375. Kind of. And we gotta just fry these until they're golden brown, and that's it. I'm gonna add one more right there. So now we gotta wait and let these fry. And I know I should have waited until the grease was hot, fully hot. The iron pan was fully hot. But I didn't. I was in a hurry. So you could tell it is bubbling and frying there. So we're going to fry these up till they're golden brown. And then we're going to dig in, y'all. And I'm sure these will be good. And I will show you a photo of what they look like after we get done.